this outer glow is set. Now you can see that we're just going to add a little bit of this text, the tagline over here. Okay, just where do we go now that they are gone? Alright, just to represent that this astronaut is lost in space. Okay, and his allies left him for Mars. So let's put the line. So just go to this left panel, alright, and select this T. This is the horizontal type tool. Okay, click on it. Alright, and click anywhere on the artboard, alright, and just write the tagline. So I'm just going to write it. It may exceed the artboard width, but you can just continue to write, there's no problem in it. Okay, so I got this text over here, and this is an orange color if you see. Alright, now I'll change it to white. To change the color of text, you have to do nothing, but you can see there's this colorful rectangle everywhere to change colors. Okay, whenever you see it, you can just go over here and change the color to white. Okay, so now the color is white. Next thing is to change the font style and the font weight. Okay, so right now it's Montserrat and the weight is medium. What I'm going to do is, if by default it may be some other font for you, so even you can select Montserrat. Okay, it was provided to you in the assets fonts folder which we provided to you in the drive. Okay, click on Montserrat, change the font weight to regular, I guess. If you want it refined, I will just select light. Okay, so this will decrease our font weight. Now this looks good. You can change the font size from over here. It's 60 point. You can change it to like 30 if you want, but that will be a little too small. First of all, I'll go to the move tool. Okay, and I will hit Control T and Command T for Mac. Okay, click on this, so you will be able to select the layer for the text and just bring it below the logo. Okay, so that it comes in the middle, but you can see that there's this pointy thing coming out of this X, so it's basically spoiling the plan. All right, if you put this in the middle, it won't look aligned. All right, so I'll move it a bit left. Okay, so you can see that there's this purple line coming similar to Adobe XD to help me align the layers the way I want them to. Okay, so I'm putting it in a bit left. Okay, now you can see that the size is little too small. So same thing, Control T or Command T. Okay, you'll be able to freely transform this layer, make it a bit bigger so it's visible. Okay, and just a little left. So I guess this looks good. All right, and so we have successfully added text, the astronaut, the logo, the outer glow, the liquify effect, and the color overlay. All right, so this much is done. Now the last thing, the very last thing is to add some stars like you see over here. Now this is really easy. Go back to your file. Okay, I'll go to this background layer. All right, and you see over here there's this lock. What this lock tells us is basically you can't move the layer. All right, so like you can add it to your background to make the background stiff, but you can even remove the lock. There's no need for lock right now. All right, I'm just removing it, and now what I'm going to select is this paintbrush tool. Okay, this is called as brush tool, or you can press B on your keyboard to access it. This is like a seventh tool from the top. Okay, there are many tools over here. So this is your brush tool. I've selected the brush tool. Now from over here you can see this 4, okay, and there's a drop down arrow over here. From here you can just select the size of your brush, okay, so you can make it larger. All right, this 111, so you can see the size is really big to add some stars. You can even change the hardness, okay. Now let me tell you something. If you have 100% hardness, okay, and you click anywhere on the artboard, it will come like this, a perfect sphere, okay. But if I change the hardness to 0, you'll be able to distinguish. If I click it now, you'll see that there's a little thing, there's a little blur, okay, around it. All right, so let me get rid of these two, just a second. All right, so I undid those changes. Now next thing that you have to do is set the size to 4, okay. You can even change the value from here. I am setting the size to 4 and I'm setting the hardness to 100%. All right, so I can click anywhere to add a star, but this is orange in color. So what I want you to do is set the color. All right, to change the color of the brush, you have to go down over here. You can see that this is orange. I'll click on this and I will just make it white. Okay, just drag this arrow, drag the circle the top left corner. All right, so now it's white. I'm just going to add some dots randomly. I'm just going to use it anywhere I want, okay. So there are some white stars and I'll just change the color to blue, maybe some light blue color, any color you want for the stars, and just put it over there. And some purple, light purple, so this does the job.